From Cadmus to Crisis.
Nice leathers.
Oh, great, yeah.
Welcome back to Cadmus to Crisis.
A Superboy podcast.
Connor dies at the end of this issue.
It's not a joke, people. This is serious.
This is serious, and take your drink now.
Yeah,
Because it's on the cover.
Get it over with.
It's on the cover.
All right.
Now,
Superboy Crisis. Blah, blah, blah. Following the adventures of the Superboy that was cloned.
I just want to point out that
Coming out of the rain.
it was all matching up just fine. Episode 4 would have been Superboy 4, and then the Ray dicked that all up.
You know what? It's not going to get any better from here.
It's going to get worse.
Just get used to it.
Yeah, they're not going to match up anymore.
So how you doing today, Drew? Welcome back. It's another week.
It is. It's a new week.
New week.
We're in the future.
New time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Killer.
I'm doing all right.
Yeah?
A little hungover.
Still? Again?
Still.
And again.
And again.
All right, cool.
A little hair of the dog again.
Grrr.
Bringing us back on this.
Why did I do that? That's gross.
Because this is the sexy Superboy.
That's right. This is the sexiest Superboy.
Yeah.
That's weird. We should have saved that for a sexier issue.
This issue's pretty sexy.
I don't think it is.
No, it is
It's really not.
This is,
out of any of them. This is the not. This might be the least bit sexy. I mean, this is actually no. This is the issue that we finally get the title for our recording studio. Because you're in Superboy's grotto right now.
Oh.
Yes. Welcome back to the grotto.
Hey.
Yeah,
That's pretty nice.
That's right.
Your living room becomes the grotto on Saturday afternoons, 1 weekend a month.
Dude, don't pull the curtain back.
Oh.
This is a great and powerful odds we're talking about here, you motherfucker. That's
right. We actually rent out state-of-the-art studio.
This is yes, we're in Studio City, California.
Like it's crazy. We fly to California every week.
To specifically go to Superboy's grotto.
My name is Drew, and this is Dave.
Hello, I'm David.
Yeah? We forget to do that sometimes. Should we just...
What is happening right now?
Is the subway next door coming?
No, you know what it is? The guy,
okay.
the building manager, he shovels the walk.
Mm.
See, like the walk was shoveled earlier.
This is the podcast.
In front of the...
We're talking about...
Do you want to talk about how you talked about McDonald's for 25 minutes last podcast right now? Or?
All right. Well,
Superboy issue 4. Are you going to take us
Superboy.
through this or something?
You know.
This is probably stuff we should have discussed before.
Well, we both have the book this time around.
All right,
so I
giddy
think
up.
we just kind of we do it. All right, Superboy issue 4. We got Kiesel, Grummetwood.
Grummetwood?
Oh shit! I combined two names there.
Wow.
Grummett and Hazelwood.
Parrowback and Andy
Parks. Yeah, he's in this issue,
That's
and
right.
it is $1.50 and $2 in Canada still. In case you're keeping up with that.
Cover date, May 1994.
That is correct.
And it has been approved by the Comics Code Authority. I want to point that out.
Oh, wow.
That's right.
All right, fantastic. Okay, Superboy is laying in front of a big screen TV.
You're talking about the cover.
I am.
Oh, all right. I skipped ahead.
He's got a bucket of popcorn that's spilled over. He does not look like he's in good shape. There's a can of soda, a TV guide, and a landline phone laying on the ground next to him.
Dangling over his big screen projection TV.
He did bother to get dressed to pass out in front of his TV.
He was born that way.
He was born dressed.
Yep.
Yeah. All right.
Born standing up.
So this book is a little different than the rest of the books. It is going to be a cartoon.
Let's, we'll get to that in the next page.
It was the world's darkest hour. Its greatest champion had been struck down. But in that darkness, a spark of hope. Using their vast knowledge of cloning and DNA, the hardworking Cadmus scientists struggled to replace and rebuild, recreate, the superhero. Then disaster. The maturing process was interrupted, halted, but the young hero survived and continues his never-ending battle for truth, justice, and the American way.
Ooh, look, up in the sky.
It's him.
Whoa, it really is.
Superboy! Way to go! Such a stud muffin.
Fresh.
Saw him first.
He looked at me.
Wish more kids were like you.
Making the streets safe again.
Hot!
Guys will never believe this.
Take me to your super grotto, please.
Doing anything Saturday night?
Inspiration to us all. Superboy's watching TV here with Rex, Roxy, Double X, and Tana Moon. He's got a blanket over his shoulders and a thermometer hanging out of his mouth. He's been coughing a lot, if you haven't noticed in the past.
I like to think it's a swizzle stick.
It is a thermometer.
Right.
Roxy is smoking, so if you're playing the Roxy drinking game, you get to take a drink.
Take a drink.
Fantastic.
I'm taking one.
Tana Moon,
Can I stop you for a minute?
yeah, go ahead.
Do you think Roxy's hot for a cartoon?
If I had to go for either Tana or Roxy, I would totally choose Roxy.
That's interesting. If I had to choose between the two of them, I'd go for Tana.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, fair enough.
I mean, I'd go for Roxy in a pinch.
No, I get what you're saying.
All right, giddy up.
But no, I mean, if I was Superboy, I would probably go for Roxy. I would get rid of Rex, though. Maybe the father figure. Anyway.
It's kind of weird to make out with it,
So
his
Tana's
daughter in
like,
front of
your
him.
own cartoon show, don't let it go to your head. They're all watching the Superman animated series, which most of this issue is going to be about. Roxy's like, hey, it's way cool, right, SB?
I love how Double X thinks the theme music is ... Very interesting.
It is.
Not unlike what one might hear in an elevator. Double X is all about the slow burn. It's elevator music. That's what he's saying.
Hey, there's lots of talented voice actors out there that would gladly work for a scale. But let me tell you,
Work at
the
scale.
soundtracks.
Work at scale.
The soundtracks a temp. I got a guy working on the best Terminator ripoff you've ever heard. Rex is basically explaining this is a rough cut we're watching.
It's a rough cut of the pilot episode. In other words, a work of art in progress.
Yeah.
I love it. It's nice to see the gang huddle up around the TV, watching some cartoons.
Now, this is a great... you always wonder what superheroes do in between, saving the world. I imagine it's a lot of this. Superboy's sick. Tana checks his temperature. His temperature's fine, but she doesn't think Roxy's cigarette is helping. So Roxy puts it out. Superboy points out that he was, in the last issue, inhaling a bunch of volcanic gases. And then he fought a giant lava creature, so how much could secondhand smoke really be bothering him?
Editor's note, it happened in last issue, and the Ray 1 and 2.
Which we covered. Kinda.
A modern classic, if I may say so myself.
Yeah, no, it'll be up there with The Great Gatsby.
Yeah, right. Of Mice and Men. And perhaps Shakespeare.
To Kill a Mockingbird.
The Color Purple? Let's just list books that are widely recognized as being very good.
Farewell to Arms.
All right, so page 4 continued.
Double X is like... He's trying to figure out if it's the clone disease, and he kind of asks Superboy if he thinks it's the clone disease, because that's the best way to really diagnose this. Rex is like, hey, fuck off. We're watching a cartoon here. Gotta have priorities, not like seeing if Superboy is dying.
Yeah, so that
this cartoon.
The TV cuts to a shot of LexCorp Tower.
No.
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it is.
Where windows are exploding on an upper floor.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah,
Is that LexCorp?
Dude, it's a giant L-shaped building. What do you think it is?
Well, in the cartoon, Rex Leech.
Oh, it could be Leaks.
It could be Leech Corps.
Is it?
I don't know.
I mean, I read this, but I don't...
We'll find out together.
Actually, you're right. It is totally Leech Corps Tower. Wow, what a rip-off artist.
This whole cartoon is basically Rex jacking off. All right, so where's your boss? There are two what seem to be villains attacking a bunch of cops that happen to be in the top level of this tower.
Lock and load.
Oh, they are the world's deadliest assassins. Think it over, Rent-A-Cops. The Rent-A-Cops, they shoot But then they find out that Lode has Magneto's powers and he can block bullets.
Basic. Is it Magneto or Magneto?
I think the movies.
Yeah, right. Fair enough. We put that to bed.
Yeah.
Good.
Okay. Must I remind you, Lode, we're not butchers.
But you know who are butchers? McDonald's. Have you had your break today?
Okay.
Just kidding.
Send the money here. Dead men tell no tales, but they answer no questions either. So Locke, whose specialty is trapping people, shoots some rockets that then turn into primitive, like,
Bolos.
whirly ball things.
Yeah. That's what
They
Bolos,
tie up
bolos.
their feet, and then Lode uses his magnetic powers to hang them outside the tower to find out more about where Rex Leach is.
I will point out the
Oh
Rent-A-Cop
god, it
says
is LexCorp!
this is LexCorp. Rex Leach doesn't even work here. Everyone knows that. Not everyone, it seems. Cut it, Locke. The building's a big L. What was I supposed to think? Rex Leach's egomania is out
You
of
were
control.
supposed to think, Lode. That's all. Not the guard. Yeah, like anyone would confuse him. Anyway.
I mean, at this point, they do have similar hair.
Cut to the Smallville mansion.
Smallville? I don't think so.
Yeah, it looks kind of like it. It's got a tower. Anyway, a mansion.
It looks like Wayne Manor, that's all.
Okay.
All right, giddy up. We're doing really well here.
You say that.
Yeah. Inspector Henderson.
Okay. Thanks for seeing me on such short notice, Rex. Nonsense, Bill. Metropolis's police commissioner, Henderson, is always welcome at stately Leach Manor. It is Wayne Manor. Okay.
It's basically, yeah.
Maybe you won't.
Oh, and Double X's Aunt
Oh,
Harriet.
Oh, Jesus Christ. There's a price on your head, Rex. Super assassins have been hired to kill you. Again? Comes with the territory of the world's largest fortune, I suppose. Care for some tea, Bill?
T-Bill, what's
Tea is served, sir. I took the liberty of anticipating your request. Oh, Double X, you wacky... Whoa! Oh, Jesus Christ, what happened?
A squirrel. It's all good.
Okay. Anyway, so Double X has been recast as Rex's butler. That's gonna get fucking confusing in this episode.
I don't know.
You can't fool me, Rex. I know Cadmus assigned Double X to help you watch over Superboy. Not that you need the help, of course. You're wrong, Bill. I'm sure... Oh, fuck. Anyway...
All right, you suck at this. What the fuck is going on?
Been drinking gin all morning.
Stop it! Rex says, sure, I'm a world-famous philanthropist, inventor, and adventurer, but I failed as a father. I couldn't stop Evolvo from changing my beautiful daughter, Roxy, into this undulating mass of primordial slime. Blah, 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 blah. Cut back to the actual real world where Roxy is throwing a shit fit, trying to, like, fucking get at her father, where Superboy and Double X has to hold her back because...
I'm Slime!
He has her cast as Slime
Slime.
in the animated series. Easy, babe. It was the writers. Yeah, the writers said it'd add drama, pathos, stuff like that. Give me a break. I vow to find a cure. And
I vow to find a cure.
it cuts to the animated series saying, yes, exactly. And Double X is a little miffed at his role in this series as well, where he says, refresh this wacky telepathic DNA alien's memory, Rex. When did I give you permission to use my likeness?
It's a visual medium, and certainly they improved your visual.
Thanks, Tana.
Yeah, Rex is looking like $1 million in the cartoon, but he is a scumbag.
Right. We haven't said that yet this episode.
Rex is a shit.
Rex is a scumbag.
Rex is lousy.
Chill, Roxy, says Superboy. At least you're in the show.
I got this silly idea, but I thought I was in it too. You're the star, man. Got to build to it. Got to make them want you. Anyway, we're going to go back to watching the cartoon now. Double X is handing out tea.
To Inspector Henderson.
Yeah.
And they're chilling, talking about how Superboy's down in the Super Grotto, studying.
Oh, yeah.
When Lock and Load smash in through the window.
Because doors don't get used in this book at all.
Nah, what for?
Alright, so they quickly throw some handcuffs on Double X and put,
A psionic baffler on his forehead.
Yeah, that pretty much puts him out of commission. And then Load takes away Commissioner Henderson's gun.
Inspector.
Inspector?
It's all good. Which
No, he's the
flies
commissioner.
directly
He's the
into
commissioner in this.
the primordial ooze Roxy's.
Roxy's ball gets smashed, and now she leaks onto the floor.
Which
no!
Rex is very upset about.
Roxy! No! Don't leave me! Don't seep away! Roxy. Do with me what you want, villains. Without my loving daughter, life isn't worth living. Rex is such a good guy.
Cut to Superboy's Super Grotto.
Superboy is in the Fortress of Solitude Batcave.
Fortress of Batcave.
Yeah. So there's an ocean liner, a giant dinosaur, some thing in a box, and
He's walking around a very
Superboy's
attractive.
Yeah, he's got
right
this
there.
hooker.
He's got. This is a children's cartoon. She is a law major.
Yeah. So he takes her over to the grotto, which has a mineral spring.
It's a mysterious mineral.
Yeah, no one really knows what's in it, but when I'm hot and sweaty from saving civilization as we know it, no hot tub comes close. Go on, check it out. Tee-hee! Silly, I'm not hot and sweaty.
Well, maybe we can do something about
that.
as Roxy drops down through the
she's
floor.
Ripping through the floor into the grotto. Alright, so...
He says, "No, that's Roxy. And it can only mean Rex is being attacked by super assassins." Clearly, that's the only way that
could happen. Alright, so, Pit and the Pendulum, Rex Leach is strapped to a table, and there's a giant,
Laser beam?
laser thing swinging back and forth, and I'm gonna guess it drops an inch every swing, I'm gonna guess.
Well,
So,
if you get
every
to the
2
second
seconds,
panel, yeah, there you go.
my laser pendulum will drop steadily closer, eventually, and quite painfully, ending your life. Done it by my own good deeds, the unkindest cut of all.
Which, of course, what is it? The first panel,
Yeah.
Locke says, "I, on the other hand, once read that your foundation helps someone in need every 2 seconds. Therefore, every 2 seconds." Dun, dun, dun.
That's why they're trying to kill him?
And, last panel, Superboy smashes up through the floor.
Doesn't take the stairs?
You're totally right about the door thing.
Yeah, doors are not used.
They don't need them.
Okay. That's annoying. It's Superboy and Robin and the Titans and the Justice League too.
What?
Where? And then I guess Superboy punches them through the wall, says that he made him look, and then Lode uses his magnetic powers to take a bunch of swords that are just hanging on the wall, and he uses those to pin Superboy to the wall. But just his jacket...
Just the jacket.
He rips out of his jacket.
It's a good thing we're not playing the every time Superboy's jacket gets destroyed, you take a drink game. Otherwise,
I would not be going to work
we'd
later.
all be sleeping.
Yeah.
Next page.
All right. So I guess
The
Rex
laser
is,
creeps ever closer to Rex's chest.
and Rex is concerned because this shirt was given him by the National Orphans Association.
Which is weird that they have an association, but they don't have parents.
Yeah, they don't.
Sad.
Superboy then picks up a cannonball, but then he picks up the cannon instead and uses it to
Bats.
smack Lode across the room, and then he throws the ball at him too.
I think he
Lode
hit the
is-
ball like a baseball.
Oh yeah,
The cannon's the bat.
there we go. That makes
Yeah.
sense. You're a moron. My magnetic powers will. Apparently, Lode's powers don't do squat against lead.
Mhm.
Then
It's not ferrous material.
Locke is going to get into action here, and he shoots Superboy with a.
He tells him it's going to be knockout gas.
Oh God.
And then, guess what?
Oh.
Plastic resin.
Yep. It's
Solidified.
making a Superboy statue, encasing him in amber.
The Legion might want to buy that, Legion. For the
And-
hall.
Fringe.
But he forgot about Superboy's tactical telekinesis.
Oh yeah, I guess. Yeah. He blows up the amber that he's being encased into, and he points out that Locke lied to him, and it wasn't knockout gas. Locke then
Throws some metal around this dude.
whips him, maybe. Yeah.
All of a sudden he turns into Lashina.
It's a
Steel bands.
must be steel bands, and then Lode uses those to combine his
To
powers to
squish him.
strangle him. They're doing the boa constrictor thing.
Yeah, those are
At which point, Lode gets shot.
cable ties. Steel cable ties.
he gets shot in the shoulder.
By Rex Leach.
I guess if he's not paying attention, he doesn't deflect the bullets with his magnetism.
But it's also a ceramic Glock.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
Oh, shit. I should have read this.
And then... Did you know? What the...
I read it when I was like 12.
You'll have to excuse us, ladies and gentlemen. Drew still not doing his homework. You're fired.
All right.
Clean out your clogger at the club, Bob.
Bye.
Lex. God damn it.
I know, I said that. I said
Rex.
it was going to be difficult.
Rex and Lex are very close.
Especially in this.
Especially in it, yeah. Want to try your luck against a ceramic Glock and the 1989 European champion marksman? Superboy smashes the bands and says, "Thanks, Rex. Without Lode's magnetic powers, this trap is over." And these two are out as he headbutts them into each other. Cut to them having a delicious dinner at the table, I guess, as Double X waits on them.
Rex then explains how he got out of the laser trap. He had a laser reflective tie clip.
Always good to not leave home or be in your home.
And
with
he used his expert knowledge of geometry to escape. Superboy's totally impressed. And Double X gets a mental...
something.
Yeah, he's. We got to go to the Super Grotto quickly.
Superboy flies them down.
Well, through the hole.
Of course, there's a plenty of holes in this house.
Yeah. They fly down to the Super Grotto.
Double X says, "I always meant to analyze this mineral spring, but now it's too late. Roxy has seeped into it, and somehow been transformed into algae. That's quite a step up, evolutionarily speaking. Then there's hope. One day this fungus will be my daughter again." And from the real world, we hear...
This is better! Fungus.
What's next?
Better.
A worm? Yeah, right, eventually.
There's talk of a slug.
Come on, Roxy, it's what you call educational.
Really, I would call it bad science.
Thank you, Double X. Thank you. Meanwhile, Superboy is hacking up a lung.
Yeah, he's not looking good. Roxy says she'll get him a drink, but Superboy says he'll get it himself. Argument over the cartoon ensues in the main room there. Tana thinks it's too violent.
Meanwhile, Superboy heads to the kitchen and he says, "What's the story? I swallow kryptonite or something?"
Oh, everyone's a critic. We'll see what the network boys say. You mean you're going to L.A., Rex? I thought you were avoiding La La Land. Something about someone wanting to bust your leg. This is foreshadowing.
Ooh, foreshadowing.
Rex is a shithead.
He's a scumbag.
Scumbag.
That's just a showbiz expression, Roxy.
Tana
asks for a soda cola.
We hear a thunk from the kitchen, and then
my God, Double X, someone call 911 now. He's not breathing. Superboy may be dead, and you've already taken that drink, so
take it again.
I guess just chill on that.
Do it.
All right.
But in the next issue, we see that it is live by the sword, die by the sword.
Which means there will be swords.
Someone's going to be in the next issue.
Yeah, I guess.
And then no letter column.
No letter column, just some ads. Let's go through this, shall we?
Okay. First off, impressions of issue 4.
This is one of my favorite issues ever, I think. I read this a lot.
Yeah?
It's great. I was really hoping... this came out and I was like, oh man, are they going to make a Superboy the animated series? Because at the time, Batman the animated series had come out 2 years before. It was 92.
Do you want to drop some knowledge right now?
About what?
Didn't you have a bunch of research?
Yeah, but that comes a little later.
Well, we'll wait. I didn't really care much for this issue.
Let's do impressions. You didn't like it?
I mean...
Is it because it takes you out of the real world and gives you a Superboy animated series story instead?
If this issue would have come out and then number 5 would have been behind it in the spinner rack, I would have been okay. But I was more invested in the real life Superboy
you got
story.
Stuck with this issue for a month.
Yeah, I was like, oh, well, that's
nice. But
damn it,
son of a bitch.
So all they do is argue in the living room. That's it.
As an older person, I appreciate it. At the time, I did have similar feelings, but at the same time, I was like, man, are they going to make a TV show? Is this what's going to happen?
Do you think this came out just to kind of delay the Superboy book so they could go to Metropolis later?
To buy some time for Battle for Metropolis?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's possible, especially since in the Superman books, they were building up the clone plague quite a bit. And they got, like, the Underworlders and Cadmus and Lex all kind of running around fighting each other, so it's possible. I'd say so. Maybe. Issue 3, Superboy is getting sick.
Oh, no, yeah. No, they built up to it.
Really. 4, he is definitely sick. And 5, he is still sick. Which we'll get to that, stay tuned, next week.
And in the raid, he's not feeling so hot either.
Mm-mm. Yeah, no, there's that one part where he passes out for a panel.
Yeah.
So maybe this was just like kind of I don't know. It's a good idea. Like I want to know who came up with this idea. It's good. It works perfectly too because Rex is a scumbag and he's trying to like, you know, he's licensed the Superman S and he's trying to make all this money off of licensed merchandise on the beach. And they got their world tour going on.
Rex also gets to rebuild himself as a combination of Lex Luthor and
through the show. Yeah, it's some kind of weird PR stunt almost for him more than Superboy himself.
I just realized we should not have put the ash can next to the microphone.
That's okay. There's 2. Excuse me. So you didn't dig it so much?
I mean, like not that I didn't like the story itself. It's just I felt like it.
You wanted more Superboy kicking some ass. You're right. It's weird because Superboy starts out right. You get issue 1 and 2, and then all of a sudden 3, 4, and 5 he's sick, and you're like, what the hell am I reading here?
Yeah. What is going to happen?
What is going on?
I mean, it's pretty clear that he's going to have to go back to Cadmus if you've been just keeping up on everything Double X has said.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, it's not the case. He wants to see hang out with the Guardian again, shake his hand or something. But
you know what? Double X is wearing his
he's got the purple on.
Back on.
Yeah, he doesn't have the Hawaiian shirt on. He's all business here.
Yeah. All right.
All right. I like it. I like how it opens. It opens in the show. Then you get 2 consecutive splash pages.
Yeah.
You got one for the animated series side, and one for the real world side. Like 2. I love it when they do it like the 2 styles to like separate it. So big ups to Mike Fleischer Perelbeck for the animated series side, along with Andy Parks, who's a brilliant inker. As well as Tom Grummett and Doug Hazelwood.
No, I mean it was well drawn. I mean, you can definitely tell the difference between the animated series and the live action.
That's absolutely, totally necessary. And fantastic. Yeah, it's great. It's a good job. It's good. I think it's a solid issue.
What'd you think of Lock and Load?
I thought they were interesting, and I really thought when this first issue came out that we'd see them in the real world, like they were maybe based on someone that he actually fought.
Or that they would get out.
Or that they would show up, or like someone would be like, oh, well, we saw that pilot. And
like someone would open up a rift to another dimension and that they would maybe seep out.
I never thought that. Because at this time, like, there still weren't actually any infinite worlds, you know? They're still like, crisis happened. That's fixed now.
Can we talk about Worlds Collide yet at all?
No, it's still
way
too far.
All right, fair enough.
That's way too far.
Can we talk about how it has no impact on Zero Hour whatsoever?
I'm not sure that's actually entirely true.
Or the Marvel DC crossover?
Well, that has nothing... Well, it's very similar, but nothing to do with each other. Well, whatever. Dead air.
Yeah, we've been drinking.
I guess it's, Saturday. Fuck all that. Yeah, I liked it. I really like it. It's nice that they give, like... The first page is, like, this really brief synopsis of how Superboy came to be. Even if it is kind of paraphrased for animation, quote,
sure.
unquote.
You know what I just noticed on this? Like, this whole issue really does build Rex.
Yeah.
Because, like, in the real world, you see he's a shithead.
Yeah.
But then, like, in the cartoon, you see him, like, as the idealized version of himself.
Yeah.
So, like, it keeps going back and forth. And, like, he's really a great father. He's a shitty father. He, has gambling debts in L.A.
He's a philanthropist.
Right.
Yeah, that's good stuff. I like the interplay too, like between Roxy shows up in the cartoon, it cuts back to the real world. She's about to like just beat the crap out of her dad.
Kill him. Yeah.
Just people have problems with their pop, but like usually it's not because they turned their daughter into like primordial ooze in a cartoon.
Mm.
It's nice. It's weird. I don't know if it's nice. It might be both. Double X is actually in the cartoon. Like, I know they sent him along to be kind of a chaperone for Superboy, but it's interesting that they actually used him in the cartoon. Because I don't think he's supposed to be, like, public knowledge, really, like, at this point. Cadmus is still kind of a hush-hush.
Cadmus spook?
It's still kind of a hush-hush thing, right?
Okay.
Just in general?
Yeah.
It's all good. Yeah, Lock and Load's good. What they do with Roxy is good. Let's talk about the grotto. Let's talk about the super cave.
Okay. What do you want to say about the super cave?
Well, it's interesting that they have a Brontosaurus or Apatosaurus instead of the T-Rex.
It's not the Titanic.
It's what the hell is that? They got a giant steamer ship down there.
An ocean liner.
Who do you think is in the glass case that usually would be held by the costume worn by Jason Todd?
Well, you know how it is. Save an alien planet, they give you a petrified body of their greatest warrior as a souvenir.
There you go.
So that's what it is.
Like a charm bracelet. Oh, this silly chick. Who is this girl?
I know, like,
He
just gives floozy. And then, like, where does she go in the rest of the episode?
Yeah, right. She's just like, they're fighting. I guess I'll just... Maybe she got hot and sweaty. She slipped into the grotto.
And became fungus?
Maybe her DNA, because she is a redhead. Or a blonde.
Oh.
Maybe she's going to
We'll
merge.
never know this didn't get past pilot.
That's
but
it.
I bet you.
She will eventually merge with DNA of Roxy and become the
Roxy.
animated series Roxy.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Maybe.
You hear that, DC? When you go back to the old 52, because we know you're going to do it.
Yeah, anytime now there's going to be the old 52 versus the new 52.
Also, the old 52 animated series version. So let's take another step into the breach here. There's your answer for that. Because this stuff never comes back.
Do you seriously think that's going to happen?
The new 52 stuff?
Yeah.
I still feel like there's a trapdoor there.
Yeah?
It's like a magic thing, yeah.
It's been going on for... They still call it the new 52.
They still call it the new 52. I mean, if this is a Superboy podcast, but we're going to take a brief departure. Hey, just remember, you listened to us talk about McDonald's for like 5 minutes last time. After Flashpoint, that's all kind of hinged on the Flash, right? And they are just now, apparently, introducing Wally West into the new 52.
Oh.
Yeah, so, I mean, you know. Plus that, and I don't know, there's Justice League 3000 and Legion stuff. And the Legion are always like kind of like, you know, weird spot, you know, like they always have a... There's trapdoors there. If they want to go back, I think they can go back.
I don't know why they would want to.
I don't know why they would either. I mean, it's all right, but if they need to, if they want to bring Ted Cord back, I'm fine with it.
Okay. All right.
Let's see the Beetle.
Ads. We're going to talk about the ads now.
Oh, it's ad time, baby. Inside front cover, what do you got?
NBA Jam.
Jam.
Boom, shakalaka.
From downtown.
Can't buy a bucket.
The nail in the coffin. I feel like we've talked about this before.
Best video game ever.
That's high praise. Yeah, no, I'm not sure about that, but it's pretty nice.
Compared to what was out at that time, for sports games, this was pretty decent.
Mm-hmm. I like it's like 2-on-2, which is a weird variation of 3-on-3, or perhaps even the full game of 5-on-5.
Right.
But like if you're playing with two people, you could just pass it to your buddy, and not worry about like who's running the robot.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was always that was always my least favorite thing about the video games.
Mm-hmm.
All right, next ad. What do you got? What is this?
Are you ready to play the ultimate game of chicken?
Oh,
Alfred
shit.
the Chicken.
Does this have anything to do with Ray Terrell and his job at the
I have no idea,
the
but
Chicken
I
Shack?
kind of want to play it. It reminds me of Astro Chicken from Space Quest.
No, it's Super Mega Chicken. Like, Atomic Super Mega Chicken?
Alfred Chicken.
What am I thinking of? What was that shit in Aqua Teen? Arise Chicken.
Chicken arise.
Chicken Arise.
Arise chicken.
Rise Chicken.
Chicken arise.
Chicken Arise.
Then we got a warehouse sale for mail order comics, which we've never done.
So this has nothing to do with Clucky Chicken and Ray Terrell.
No, I have no idea.
All right.
It could. Yeah, sure it is. Absolutely based on
Let's point this out because we always do this for like these mail orders things. The image in what are you sighing heavily
okay,
for?
Fine.
Jeez, this is a tough life.
I'll pick one out.
No, look at the Adams. It's the Batman Spawn crossover up there, and Batman has a word balloon saying, "Send $1 for our catalog or free with any order."
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I like that though. That's a McFarlane image.
What's the hottest deal here today?
Yeah, what's the hottest deal, man? Hot comics.
We get 10 for $7.50.
Not bad.
Or of the $2 comics, you get 10 for $15.
I think I would have went for the comic gift bag. You can get a collector comic bag for $7, or a comic surprise bag for $9.
20 different valuable comics.
Dude, it's under the collector comic bag for $7. It says 10 valuable comics, lots of number ones.
Not all number ones.
Not all number ones, but a lot of them. That is a lot. For $2 more, though, you get twice as many.
Yeah.
Not a lot of number ones, though.
But they're valuable.
Right. We've discussed this before, but neither of us have ever done this.
No.
No, we had access.
We had a comic book series.
Speaking of Batman and Spawn.
Batman and Spawn. War Devil.
War Devil.
These were both good books.
Yeah?
I thought so.
I flipped through the DC version, and I actually bought and still have my copy of the Image one, the Spawn Batman.
Which one does Batman jump off the roof and,
Wait, what?
drive his knee into Spawn from, 5 stories up?
That's the Image one.
That's the Image one?
Yeah.
Okay.
This War Devil one, I think, took place mostly on the moon. But the Image one was written by Frank Miller and drawn by Tom McFarlane.
Okay.
That's high pedigree.
Is Spawn number 1 still worth any money?
You're asking around cat, dude.
Alright.
Probably a little bit. Can't be that much.
I remember it was one of those hot books.
Oh, man, it was a big book for a million years. Thing about War Devil, though, written by Chuck Dixon and Alan Grant, drawn by Doug Mensch. Art and cover. Oh, wait. Actually, there's 3 runners. Art and cover by Klaus Janson, though. Klaus Janson inked The Dark Knight Returns.
High pedigree.
Fucking A.
Those were good books. I'm going to stand by it.
Yeah. I mean, this looked good. It was just kind of a weird story.
The next ad is
a double-page splash for...
of a man's armpit.
I remember this guy's name, but Dan Majorly, I should say.
Topps basketball cards.
We are all over the place. Phoenix Suns.
There's a UV coating on the front and back of these cards.
That's quality.
Yeah. Man,
there's a lot of basketball
cards.
ads. I will notice that.
Do kids still collect cards?
There's got to be cards out there, right? I know. I've been buying. Actually, I go to Target, and every time I'm in Target, I look at their side because they have the weird section right by the registers. Do you know what I'm talking about? But I've been buying Garbage Pail Kids because there's new Garbage Pail Kids. So I got a lot of Garbage Pail Kids cards that are all new, but still.
Okay.
It's awesome.
I have a question about this next ad.
Yeah, house ad.
It's a house ad. Could I have, as a kid, just got the books delivered to my house?
Yeah.
God damn it, young
subscription service. When I was a kid, I was always debating with myself. I'm like, all right, I can get this and this and this, so I get this one. Then it'll just come to my house. And they came bag and boarded. But I did hear stories about people where the mailman would fold the books the long way in half to put them in the mailbox.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Still,
yeah.
I can't believe I never did this.
Dude, we used to ride the bus and, go up to Phillips, flirt with that chick. I'm telling you, that girl.
Later Westfields?
That girl's into us. Yeah, we used to Westfield and stuff. Westfield's when it was in Brookfield. It's still in Madison.
Oh,
yeah. I look at some old books from the 80s. All right, here it is.
Do you want to talk about this?
Yes, let's talk about the DC Universe page for this month. A giant page ad devoted to the King. Not Elvis, no. You son of a bitch. Jack Kirby died apparently the last month. It says his dates 1917 and 1994. Concerning Superboy, this motherfucker is important. Because when he came to DC in the 70s, and he created the Fourth World books, but he also took over Jimmy Olsen's pal. Superman's pal, Jimmy Olsen.
Okay.
I've got a minor case of forward-backward disease there.
Well, Superboy did die, a couple times during this recording episode, so we've had several drinks.
That's all right. A few things that are regarding the kid in terms of Jack Kirby.
Kid Kirby Connections?
Kid Kirby Connections.
Nice.
That should almost be a new segment, but I don't think it'll last. Cadmus was created by Jack Kirby.
Cadmus.
Right.
All right.
Originally called the DNA Project.
So that would be the Whizwagon. That'd be the Newsboys.
Newsboy Legion and the Guardian were both, like, I think they were Golden Age creations that got brought back in the Silver Age and then again in the Modern Age.
Really, the Guardian?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure because like that was a he's pretty close to the Captain America archetype. He's got a guy with a shield, for Christ's sake.
Do you want to talk about the New Gods at all?
New Gods don't concern the kids so much, but yeah, he created the New Gods.
He's just fought,
New Genesis. That's the whole Brimstone. That's the whole Fourth World shit.
Yeah,
right. But Brimstone was not actually a Kirby creation. I looked that up. That was an Ostrander and John Byrne creation.
Oh, okay.
So good on them. But without the Fourth World, Brimstone never would have been created.
Sure.
The Zoomway, Kirby. The Harrys, they used to live in Habitat, right? Remember Habitat?
No, I only...
It was destroyed by fucking Doomsday.
The only time I ever... Yeah, that's when I saw it.
You're thinking for humanity.
They busted it up, and then later they went back to business.
They went back. Intergang was a Kirby creation, which means that Steelhand, also a Kirby creation, whom hired Stinger to fight Superboy in Adventures 502, I want to say. Remember that shit? He was in Suicide Slum, the manhole started blowing up. Yeah.
Steelhand did that?
Yeah.
Rex hired Stinger.
No.
Rex hired Stinger.
But he was supposed to be, but they
Or
sent
the
Superboy after Steelhand. That was the reason
that was
for him
his
to
first
go.
book.
Right.
They sent him down Suicide
That was
Alley.
502.
In 502, he fights...
Supergirl.
He fights Stinger with Supergirl.
It's close enough.
501, he goes and fights Steelhand.
You're right, because 502, Supergirl shows up to help him try and like control the bridge after Stinger blows it up.
Yeah.
You are correct. I am wrong. We're fine. Close. We're correcting each other. Double X. Kirby creation.
Okay.
Without Double X, we don't get Double X in a Hawaiian shirt and flip-flops.
We don't get him as a butler in this animated series.
No. Not at all.
No.
Later on...
It is to say that if Jack Kirby wasn't around, like a lot of the DC Universe would be...
well, a portion of DC, but for Superboy specifically, yeah, like all this stuff. And then later on in this series, when he gets... After issue 50, when it becomes all of a sudden like Superboy's pretty much commandy and like there's the Tiger People and all that shit. That all comes from Commandy, dude.
All right.
All that was Jack Kirby.
Well, so Jack Kirby died on February 6th in 1994. He was a very young 76. Anyone who cares about popular culture will miss Jack Kirby, the artist. Anyone who is fortunate enough to know him personally will grieve for Jack Kirby, the man. Yeah, dude, that's kind of sad.
Big ups to Kirby, man. Though, like he created a lot of this shit that like they're gonna play with a lot in this series.
Fantastic gunfire.
All right, next ad. What the fuck is Gunfire?
You don't know this guy?
Nobody knows this
you didn't
guy.
Pick up any of this?
Did you?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yes.
You gotta be fucking with me.
No, I am fucking with you.
All right. What is Gunfire? Anything he touches becomes a weapon, I assume.
So he's got a gun in one hand, and then he's got a wrench that he's shooting.
He is shooting a wrench.
Yeah.
Does this have to do with Ben Stiller? If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball? Is that what this is?
No, that came out later. Maybe based on Gunfire. No one...
Yeah, based on Gunfire. The
world's deadliest weapon himself, until they created damage, and then...
Well, that's kind of moot, isn't it?
Yeah. Do you know the writers? Do you know anything?
Yeah, Len Wein is a big writer. Steve Irwin I've heard of. Brian Garvey, big inker. But I mean, like, what the fuck is this? This looks stupid. Look at his. He's got like
Look
that.
At his boots. He's got knee shields.
He's got body armor and goggles, and people are shooting at him against the wall, and there's cinder blocks, and this looks stupid.
That.
Remember that ad for the Cliffhanger video game? That you talked about a couple issues ago?
Yeah, I do.
No one played it?
No one read this.
Gunfire.
Okay, and then we've got our friendly neighborhood nightlight. The Ray, the live-action version.
Mm-hmm.
The jacket looks dumb. Look at the buttons.
That looks cloth. If it was leather, it'd be badass. No buttons, but the design. All right, they did this for a couple books. I mean, because they did this for Damage too, right? Didn't they do photo covers for Damage or promo? It says coming in March, but the first book launched in the exact same month. Next page.
Star Trek Special Number 1.
At the edge of the galaxy, only one ship can save the peace. Only one captain knows the price. Only one woman, typical, can stop him.
Why does God need a starship?
That's got to be the worst movie.
Why does God need a starship?
Out of all, like, the 6...
I must concur. Why does God need a starship?
Out of the original 6, what was your favorite?
Oh.
Movies.
Oh, God. Jesus Christ.
That wasn't one of them.
No, number 1 was good.
The motion picture? That's your favorite?
I liked it. They find that's the satellite one, right?
Yeah, they fight V'ger, which is the Voyager probe.
I mean, number 2 was good.
Good?
Number 2 was good.
Are you out of your mind?
What'd you think of the remake of number 2?
Basically, that's what it is. That's what we'll call it. I liked it quite a lot. They flipped some stuff around, and there was triples.
Yeah. God.
I thought it was a good movie. Anyone who says it's not a good movie can eat a dick.
Okay, so on the original Game Boy, you could play WCW, the main event.
What?
I think that's the Ultimate Warrior.
Is that who that is?
I don't know.
Because he got face paint and...
Is it something on here?
What a nerd.
No.
I mean, the kid in the ad. Look at this, like Rick Moranis' kid right here.
On the original Game Boy, that was just a...
Did you have a Game Boy?
No.
I saw it and I was like, this is dumb.
It was equivalent to those, like, little...
Those Tiger games?
Yeah,
I had a bunch of those Tiger games, and I felt fine with that. I had Double Dragon 3 on a Tiger game.
Yeah, that's pretty much... Oh my god, the back cover. Weird Science, the ongoing series by USA Network.
This show was good.
Oh my... For a young 13-year-old Drew Wintermeyer.
It probably wasn't good, but it was good.
Oh god.
That whole USA Saturday was amazing.
Saturday Night Up All Night was...
Saturday Up All Night.
Oh god.
Before that, though, also...
Gilbert Gottfried hosted?
Duckman? Yeah. You remember Duckman?
Duckman was great.
With Jason Alexander?
Yeah.
Weird Science. All right, it's not the chick from the movie, but this chick was pretty hot.
This chick was hot, too.
These guys are funny-ish. Again, we were pretty... We're not asking for much.
Remember Parker Lewis Can't Lose?
He can't lose.
And that was the end of the book.
How big is Liam Neeson? No, let's not do that. That's the end of the book. Anything else to talk about here? Superboy is very sick. Probably dead.
Yeah, no, he is dead. I mean, I guess. That's what this would tell you.
That's what it seems like.
I remember when the book first came out, and I saw the cover, I was like, oh, really, again?
That's what I'm saying. Like, at this point, we're just like, all right, well, yeah.
Like, they had killed him, 5 times in a row.
This guy can't catch a fucking break.
Yeah. Final thought? Anything?
Solid issue. Still holding out that they're going to make an animated series of it. Probably won't.
The Final Frontier.
Yeah, Star Trek 5. Final thought, Star Trek 2 and 3 are the best of the original series of movies.
You didn't like Search for Spock?
That was 3.
Oh, I thought it was 4.
No, 4 is when they go save the whales. Which was also good. I love that movie.
Time travel, that's right.
Terrible, but great movie.
All right. Well,
he mind melds with a whale, dude.
We're done.
All right.
Say goodbye. I'm leaving.
There's nothing else to say. We'll see you next week, folks.